The next mode is color burn, and the color burns darken the image by using the color information from the layer on top to, I think, it increases the contrast of the layer underneath. So I mean the white layer, the white part doesn't have any effect, while the black part has like a full blackout effect there. And classic color burn is about the same thing. You use these when I mean, you want to get a darker image than if you multiply. So you would use the color burns. The next one up is called linear burn, and that one usually looks pretty cool. The linear burn darkens the image by using the color information of the layer on top to decrease the brightness of the layer on the bottom. So that's how that one works, and you can see how it works. It's full black down here and not all the way gone with full white up here. The next one is darker color, and I'm not really too sure how this one works, so I don't often use it, but that's how this is what you can see how it looks. It looks like when there's a dark image over, I mean, when there's like a light image over a dark image, it like completely blasts out the white, and when there's dark on the image or video below, it blasts out the what's ever on top, as you can see there. So let's head over to the lighter ones. The first one we'll start with is add. So with add, both the images color values are added together, and it clips off at the full white there. So when you have a dark image, put it on top, it looks pretty cool, and it the whole thing lightens the image. A lot of times when you're adding explosions in visual effects, like in a movie, you like to use this add mode because it helps blend it in better with the background. So we'll go to the next one, which is lighten, and this does just the opposite of what darken does. Now we can go to screen here, which I like to use a lot. Screen is the opposite of multiply, and the color values of the selected layer are scaled above their original values based on the color values of the layer underneath. So the layer on top there, which is the squish. Now that I like to use this one when I just want to put something like maybe like scratches or something like that over top of a plain background. I'll use screen or multiply depending on what the scratches are colored by, and you can get a cool looking scratched up background. The next one here is these color dodges here, and a dodge basically takes the color information from each channel, so the red, green, or blue, and it applies it to the bottom image to increase the brightness, and that's the same for all these dodges. I mean, color dodge and classic color dodge kind of look the same, and then the linear dodge is kind of like the add mode. So if you look at that, they're pretty much the same. The last one is lighter color, and you can see that that was kind of like the darker color one. I'm not too sure how it works, but it pretty much like cuts anything that's cuts a bunch of things out. I'm not too sure how it works, but if it looks cool when you use it on your project, I mean, use it. So always experiment with the blending modes. If you find something cool, then use it. The next set here, these are lighting blending modes. So the first one is overlay, and I use that one a decent amount. The lighting ones increase or maybe intensify the contrast and the saturation in a scene. And if you apply it to something that's at like 50% gray, it's not really going to do anything. Like as you can see here, where it starts getting into a little gray, but or down here. And I mean, once you get away from gray, which is total white or total black, I mean, in between those values, it'll create some interesting effects.